I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com, and today's topic is Lemurian Crystals. So I'll just go ahead with a question. It says, hi Lynn, I was wondering if you could look into crystals that are Lemurian and crystals that have record keepers in them. Were these crystals programmed by an ancient civilization, and if so, what was programmed into these crystals and how do we retrieve the information? Also, how were these crystals programmed? I love this question. I thought it was really unique and really different, and I really enjoyed focusing in on this topic. And when I did, the first thing that I saw a clear crystal quartz, and it looked like a cluster. If you've ever seen a cluster of quartz crystals or just crystals in general, it was really beautiful. So it's like I'm seeing this image of these clusters of crystals, and it was really large. It was probably the size of a basketball. Very, very awe-striking, I guess, for lack of a better way to describe it. And it looked like it had several points on it. And I get that there's several of these crystals that were placed in strategic areas which aligned with ley lines, and it connected to the earth. So the Lemurian people put these in certain areas within where they lived, and it connected them, just a deeper connection with the earth through the ley lines. And it appears that either the healers or the light workers would go in and use these crystals, and it was like they would put their hands on them and they would take this meditative stance when they were doing so. They would use this to be able to ground themselves with the earth and the ley lines through using these crystals, and through doing this, touching them or putting their hands around them and really focusing and using them as a conduit to the earth. And in the process of the connection that they were having with the earth itself, I got that the information that they had in their consciousness, subconsciousness, and even with the collective would transfer through these crystals. And it's the residual energy that is within those crystals that creates that programming, or maybe holding of knowledge or holding of information. That's how the information got into the crystal, and that's what's there. It's just that residual energy based upon that memory and those thoughts. And then I got that a lot of what was programmed was tailored toward higher vibrational elements such as healing, telepathy, and telekinesis. It was all the very high vibe type of stuff. And people using these crystals look to be really of a high vibration. And I would say that they were 5D or 4D beings that elected to incarnate in this 3D earth to help people in the 3D elevate their own consciousness and elevate themselves upwards. And the people of Lemuria, they were on a pathway to elevated consciousness as a whole. And these light workers and seers were here to aid in that growth. They were here to help that and help propel that momentum upward. So to retrieve this information, because yeah, it's great, it's there, but it'd be really great if we could retrieve it, right? One would have to locate the crystal or crystals and work with them so slowly, because this information is powerful, and our 3D bodies, they need to take these energies on very, very gradually. And you'd only be able to handle or touch a crystal for a short period of time, and then you have to work your way up. I would say no more than a minute in the beginning. And as you begin to work with these crystals and become more in one with them, the energy and residual memories connected to them will slowly come alive in your own consciousness. And it's as if this knowledge is already in the collective, but it takes something to trigger its awakening. And I get that handling these crystals and working with them, that is one way to definitely wake that up. And the energy in these crystals, like I said, that's what it would do. Again, these crystals are very powerful and very much a key to our physical and spiritual development and understanding of higher realities if we could get them and actually work with them. And that was really all I had for this reading. So I want to thank you for listening. Please like, share, all those wonderful things, spread the word. It helps me out so much, and I'm so grateful for all of you. And again, I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com. Thanks. Bye.